Live at 5, it's offer review, and I got to give a big shout out to Tana, who found a bunch of data mines for all the characters coming out next pitch. It's a total of 4 new characters and 6 reworks. Link to his video will be in the description. But the characters include a rework to Hela. Along with Hela, there's going to be a zombie Iron Man. It's going to be a war offense. Then there's also going to be a shift for Wakandans, the most reworked team ever, where there's going to be 2 new Wakandans, Black Panther 1 million BC and Nakia. And then there's going to be a rework to Shuri, Black Panther, and Okoye, and that's going to be a war team as well. And then lastly, we've got some details on Dark Beast, Magneto, and Psylocke, and that is going to be a raid team. And the speculation here is that this is going to pair up with the 4th Horseman, which is going to be Archangel and another character, maybe like Nightcrawler or something like that. But Dark Beast is going to be a new character. Magneto is going to get a rework, and Psylocke's going to get a rework. Be sure to check out his video to see all the details on that. Also, a shout out to GIICC for making the calendar. We've got the Taskmaster Blitz running right now. Avengers Tower is wrapping up. We've got the Symbiote Blitz Rumble at the end of the week. We're going to have 2 legendary events, Phoenix and Adam Warlock. And then this is important, Rogue's Scourge, the second round. So, the second round of Rogue is coming up towards the end of the week. Looks like that's going to start on Thursday. We'll skip over all the middle stuff. That's just raids and the various events that's running right now and duplicate drops. But over here, we've got Spider Weaver going into the Elite store. And we've got Hulkbuster and Abomination being added into Orbs. And then Doctor Strange will be going into the Arena Orb. And then Spider-Punk will be made, you can buy him directly out of the Arena store. So that's all stuff that's happening this week. I don't like how some events end before reset now. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that they've switched times. Used to be 1 reset, which 5 o'clock Pacific time. Now there's a 2 o'clock reset, and so it's confusing. Some things reset at certain times and other things reset at other times. It's not the same. They didn't move everything to 2 o'clock. They only moved certain things to 2 o'clock, and certain events start at 5 and certain events start at 2. Seems to be needlessly complicated, and I can't imagine it's convenient for them as well. Can we please get a substantial stat boost to Ultron and Ultimus? I just want to make a case that Ultimus never has really been that important. And Ultron, yeah, I think that'd be nice if we could get a stat boost to Ultron, because he's largely fallen out of favor. And even if you buy all the red stars on him, it's still, he doesn't really hang up with stats, and he could just needs a minor stat boost, and he'd probably be good to go. Helicarrier Clash. One of the biggest questions that people have been asking me is, where do I get the Valhalla orbs? Well, you can get the Valhalla orbs at the bottom of the web store. There's now 2 free orbs and 2 free offers down here, and that way you can get 1 Valhalla orb a day. You want to collect that. They're not that great of an orb. All right, we got that one collected. You want to be able to collect both of them. Come on. All right. All the way down at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. Free. All right. We got it all collected. And then depending on the math, I think the main thing is you want to get to milestone 28. And this was done by Rocket 1420. That looks like that he's saying you're going to have to do complete rotations of about 4. I've seen other numbers as high as 5. So I'm going to be shooting for do all my rotations and try to get the event done as early as possible, because I believe Buoyant has some different numbers out there, and I don't know if it included all of the blitz milestones or not. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But get to blitzing, because this event is about blitzing a lot and doing all of your war attacks, collecting your alliance donations, and so on and so on. So screenshot this if you're interested in seeing how the math works out according to Rocket 1420. And then lastly, there was a nerf basically within the entire Darkhold team. Agatha Harkness was occasionally and incorrectly applying barrier multiple times per battle to Darkhold allies. This should make them much easier to beat on war defense. So there's a lot of war teams out there that were I'm thinking about, Mr. Negative and his team, whether or not this is going to make it a lot easier for them to beat them. And they also said that they're going to have to retune the saga to account for this. But the problem I'm having is that this is a nerf to basically the entire Darkhold team that is 7 months. It took 7 months for them to identify and fix this. Seems a little bit unreasonable. Also, there's some issues with Spider Weaver. If you with Spider Weaver has charges, and let's say you stun Spider Weaver with Rogue, which is unavoidable, her ultimate ability, and then Spider Weaver still causes you to miss, but when you miss, the charges don't come off. It's broken. How long will that take to get fixed? Will it take 7 months? My understanding, and I would have to go back and look, is that something was reported about this issue way back many months ago, and it just got overlooked and did not get fixed. Somewhat upsetting. All right, let's go to offer review. We've got a bunch of offers. We're going to have an abridged offer review. We're not going to go over all the offers, but there's some pretty good ones and some pretty bad ones. This one right here, Arachnid Airman. This is for Spider-Man Noir. I value these orbs at $3 a piece. Which is $18. The rest of this does not add up to $22. That's the secondary offer. I really don't like those at all. This is reasonable enough if you've got your Omega Red and you want to fill out the rest of the team. You should have Wolverine already, and so you get these 3 key members right here. 150 shards times 3. War offense is what they are mostly used for. It's an okay deal if you care about war. And then this is one of the worst offers I've ever seen. There is a much better offer for $10 that has the same amount of gold. Actually has 1 extra gold arb. So this is, say it together with me, 1, 2, 3, trash. This is absolutely trash. This is not good at all. So we're gonna move past this. All right, Helicarrier Clash Mega Starter. So basically, if you don't want to blitz at all, you can buy these orbs and get through the event. So that's what the whole point of these offers are. I'm not going to review them. You can make a decision if you want to blitz or not, and whether or not it is worth it to you. But at least they list the number of points. This will give you, 60,000 points. This one right here will give you 29,000 points. And for some people, paying to not blitz, paying to not play this game is an option, and they will imagine that, paying to not play or to not have to do the blitz. Anyways, there you go, 10,000 points for $20, and that is a significant amount of blitzing that you don't have to do to finish the event. The most of the event, though, past milestone 28 gets very challenging, and milestone 28 is the last milestone that has points that feed into the Spider-Man 2099 event, and then it also has the big piece, whatever it is, the cape or whatever, which is a large chunk of points in these weekly events. All right, let's keep going down. More of these Valhalla orbs. If you're buying these, you're not buying them for the content of the orbs, because the orbs have relatively lackluster contents. You're buying it for the milestones. All right. Same situation here. Future Shock bundle. This is basically anchor pricing on Elite 4 with some bonus stuff, but I value this at about $10, and I value these at a buck a piece. So there's about $12 value. Hard to say that that is worth $8. All right, let's move down. No, thank you. Oh, this is a Kraken snack, and I know people buy these and get these up and going. Equal chances of a 5, 6, or 7 red star on Wolverine for $25 US. I've already got him at like 5 stars, and it just would break my heart to spend $25 on a third chance of it's just complete waste of money and not get an upgrade, where you only have a third chance at a 6 and a third chance at a 7. But anyways, let's move on. Red Star Ultimate Pack, I value these at $1 a piece. So the right price for this would be closer to $14. They have sold these for that price before, for $1 a piece. All right. Famine Orb Party Pack. Now, her event is just coming up later in this week, so I don't see the point of this. Her event is just around the corner. I believe it starts on Thursday, so you don't have to do anything with that. And then we've got the Morgan Le Fay Daily Pestilence Orb. If you want to buy this, and if you're just looking for Morgan Le Fay, these will average like 3.54 Morgan Le Fay shards per orb. And there are other things in the orb that could make it worth considering. But anyways, believe that most people have her where they want because there's been multiple Scourge events for her. Threads of Fate. She is an amazing character, Spider Weaver. Yes, she is. And she is also required for Apocalypse. She's the only one that they've announced on non-Horseman legendary teams that are going to be required for Apocalypse. So she's going to be a part of that special group that's in addition to the Horseman teams. So, but that is the most outrageous pricing. 50 character shards for $35. No, thank you. Let's move on. And then there we go. Agatha just basically, like we talked about, had a nerf, or they basically, it was working differently than the way the text read. And sometimes they update the text, and sometimes they fix the kit. And in this chance, they're fixing the kit, which is basically the team is not going to be as good as it once was. It was overperforming. Agatha is the character that they've held on to the most and made the least available. To a certain extent, they've made Wong and Heartless Doctor Strange available through different means for less than this. So this is what they're kind of milking everybody for right here. So 50 character shards for $35 is outrageous. Let's move on. Same thing with Braun. 50 character shards for $35 is outrageous. All right, we've got Deathlock, 50 character shards for $30. Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor, 50 character shards for $25 US. I feel that's relatively uneventful. Madeline Pryor really didn't have a significant impact on the game, in my opinion. She kind of revitalized the Marauders team, and boy, she's super annoying to play against inside of raids, I'll tell you that. She's like playing the AI. Oh my God, she's not fun. All right, let's just skip past this. We've got Echo Shards, 75 Echo Shards for $15. Echo was recently added into the War store, and so was her friend Kate Bishop right here, was recently added into a node to farm. And she's actually one of those harvest nodes to farm that is going for the event right now as well. So there you go. If you want to speed up your the collection right there. Young Avengers, very, very good. And that is for the Rogue event is coming up around the corner. So, if this will help you get them up and running. I've got both of them at 6 stars, so I'm content with that. Let's move on. Dr. Voodoo's on a node farmable right now as well. 50 character shards for $10 is reasonable enough if you want to get him up and running. When I've got characters up to 6 stars, I'm content with them at 6 stars. And then there is the gold offer that I mentioned. 1 million gold and 4 gold orbs for $10. That is much, 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 much better than the $30 offer that we saw at the beginning of offer review. And then we've got a corresponding training material offer. If you're in the market for training materials, I think this is a reasonable enough offer, and that'll do it. I'm not going to review the rest of the offers. There's just I looked at them earlier and they all seemed uneventful to me and trash. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching and keep on gaming.